Hi everyone! Today I wanted to share with you a few chapters from It's the End of the World and I'm in My Bathing Suit by Justin A. Reynolds. Finally, a book that dares to answer the long-asked question, what happens if you have to spend the apocalypse stuck in your bathing suit? 12-year-old Eddie Gordon Holloway has concocted the most genius plan ever to avoid his least favorite chore, the dreaded laundry. If he wears every item of clothing in his wardrobe, summer will be halfway over before he has to do laundry. But on the day of the highly anticipated beach bash, Eddie ends up grounded until he can get his clothes clean. While left home alone to do his laundry, the power goes out mid-cycle. With his first load of laundry soaking wet and the rest still filthy, Eddie sets out to explore the seemingly empty neighborhood in just his swim trunks and flip-flops. As he meets up with other neighborhood kids to find out what happened, they realize that their families aren't coming back anytime soon. And as night falls, the crew realizes they aren't just the only people left in the neighborhood, they might be the only people left anywhere. So here's a few chapters from It's the End of the World and I'm in My Bathing Suit. An extremely brief note from our storytelling master, Eddie Gordon Holloway, who is about to hook you up. Yo, what up? Before we jump into the story, first I'm gonna hook you up. I know, you can hardly believe it, right? I mean, how many books have you read that took care of you off rip? But listen, don't even worry about it. Consider this a little something to let you know that I've got your back. You can thank me later. Okay, so look. When someone sees me reading, I already know what's coming. It's always the same two questions. Question number 1, you could probably guess. Hey Eddie, what book you reading? This one's easy to answer, although honestly, it would be kind of weird to admit, actually I'm reading my own book? Anyway, question number 2 is where they try to get you. Smiling at you, they're all, hey Eddie, what chapter are you on? Now listen, I have zero problem saying, oh hey, I'm on chapter 1. I mean, if I'm actually on chapter 1. If I'm on chapter 57, obviously I say 57. But let's be real. Whoever is asking what chapter you're on is probably checking up on you. Which, you gotta admit, is a pretty solid teacher/librarian/parent/babysitter, are you really doing your work question. And if you're only on chapter 1, chances are you're probably not really working. That's where I come in. Ha! Since you're reading this book, the way I see it, that makes us friends. And since we're friends, I'm going to hook you up because that's what I do for my friends. So yeah, instead of starting with chapter 1, we're starting at chapter 100. Yep, you heard me. This story kicks off at chapter 100. That way, if anyone asks, you can tell the truth. I'm on chapter 5700 and you won't be lying. My mom says this is called being irreverent. I just call it doing what we want. So ha! In your face, regular old chapter numbers. I told you I got you. Chapter 100. On the 3rd day of summer vacation, I devised the perfect 3-month plan. It all started when I lost that entire first weekend and a half a Monday to more chores than should be even legal, including the chore I hate the most, also known as the chore that shall not be named. Ugh. Fine, I'll spell it. Laundry. Yup, the bright red cherry atop my dirty clothes pile. Listen, I know what you're thinking. What's the big deal with doing a little laundry, Eddie? The washer and the dryer do all the work, right? Wrong! Okay, technically you're right. The machines are a lifesaver. My mom made me watch this boring documentary where this kid my age, 12 if it matters to you, is hand scrubbing clothes against a block of wood for hours, which, brutal. And you want to know how you determine the clothes were clean enough? When your arm fell off. So, yeah, it could be infinitely worse, but even still, laundry isn't simply pushing the start button and kicking back. Nope. It's a whole process. First you sort, whites and colors, and if you have my mom, reds and pinks, partial whites, pastels, earth tones, delicates, etc. Next, you load the washer, which always leads to a trail of dropped socks and underwear along the way. Then, while you wait for the "your clothes are ready" buzzer, you try not to get too caught up playing basketball ballers 3K. And the dryer? Sheesh, you better select the right temperature. Choose wrong and your favorite t-shirt shrinks to a washcloth. And can someone please tell me the point of folding and stuffing your clothes into drawers if you're only going to wear them again the next day? Yep, that's why I devised the perfect plan. And here it is. I'm only doing laundry once this entire summer. But Eddie, how is that even possible, you ask? I'll tell you how, my friends. I'd wear every piece of clothing I had. That's right, all of it. That ugly Christmas sweater, despite the fact that it's been hot enough to fry an egg on the sidewalk, didn't let that stop me. Nope, I rolled up those scratchy green sleeves and did what needed to be done. That awful t-shirt my uncle got me with the dancing hippo sporting a backwards hat and Adidas shell toes that says, "I'm a hip-hoppopotamus" in huge gold letters. I rocked it last Thursday. The Bronster's still laughing about it. Those palm tree Bermuda shorts that I stuffed in the back of my bottom drawer because they're wide enough to be a parachute, wore those Tuesday and the wind nearly carried me away. But it would have been worth it. Seriously, I could have floated to the moon and I'd have zero regrets. Because if this plan's gonna work, well, I've got to do whatever it takes. Wear whatever it takes. End of story. And according to my careful wardrobe calculations, all these necessary combinations would get me halfway through summer with one last outfit. My swim trunks, just in time for Beach Bash. After that, I'd throw everything into the wash and be good until school started back up. Kind of brilliant, right? Feel free to borrow it. But you know, only if you want to minimize your chores and maximize your fun. I know what you're thinking, but Eddie, why would your parents let you get away with this? That's easy because we made Chapter 200. The deal. If I agreed to take care of myself for the whole summer, making my own sandwiches for lunch, cleaning up after myself, and we've already discussed my own stinking laundry, pun intended, I'd be granted complete and utter freedom. How could I pass it up? It was the perfect setup. A win-win situation. My mom got to worry less about me all summer, and I got to be worried less about. Everyone got what they wanted. Everyone was happy. I mean, with a deal that sweet, what could possibly go wrong, right? 40 days later, I had my answer. It's everything, guys. Everything's gone wrong. Except not even that kind of wrong, but still not horrible way. Not even that, okay, this is definitely bad way. No, things got bad. Really, really, really bad. The type of bad where everything you thought you knew, you're like, wait, now I'm not sure. Your brain's all screwed up like, hold on, is up actually down? Oh, you think I'm exaggerating? Well, fine. How about you see for yourself? But remember, I warned you. So that's the end of chapter 200 of It's the End of the World and I'm in My Bathing Suit by Justin A. Reynolds. Thanks for watching. See you next time.